This may surprise you, but in that clip, a computer was improvising music with a human performer. We have utilized computers for creative processes since their invention, and thanks to modern processing power, computers can undertake complex tasks. Does this mean that computers can improvise like humans? Are computers good improvisers? Can computers even improvise? If computers are indeed smart enough to improvise, how do they do it? In this video, we're going to dive into that exact question. But first, we should define what improvisation is in the first place. We improvise in many aspects of our lives every day without even realizing it. One example is when we tell a story. We use our own vocabulary to describe a specific experience, but we don't know exactly what we will say before we say it. When we tell a story, we choose the words in real time without pre-planning the exact words that we will use. The way we tell the story might be affected by outside factors, such as the situation we are in or the reactions of others around us. In contrast, someone who recites a poem must plan out and memorize the exact words of the poem. They know exactly what they will say before they say it. In music, people use an instrument or their voice to improvise sound in real time without pre-planning exactly what they will perform. This is in contrast to performing a written musical composition, which is prepared beforehand. While improvising, a person may perform ideas they already know, or they might discover new ideas during the improvisation by combining sounds in new ways. Like telling a story, improvisers will be influenced by and react to the people and situation around them. My name is Tommy Davis. I'm a saxophonist and improviser, and I'm collaborating with programmer and instrument builder Vincent Cusson at McGill University's Center for Interdisciplinary Research in Music, Media, and Technology. Our research is all about improvising computers, what they are, how we can use them, and the types of music they can make. In our work, we try to understand what it takes for computers to improvise and how to evaluate the qualities of those improvisations. These are the elements that we think are critical when working with machine improvisers. By the way, we call computer improvisers agents. Let's look at memory. A computer's hard drive has a memory where information is stored. Earlier, we discussed how each person creates a story using their own vocabulary and experience. However, a computer's memory is empty by default. We must fill up the computer's memory with audio recordings to provide material for the computer to improvise with. This audio material is analyzed via processes that segment and cluster the sounds into specific categories in the agent's database, or corpus. In essence, we are creating the agent's musical vocabulary and experience, and this corpus provides different sounds that agents may use when improvising. Once the computer's memory is created, how does it know what or when to play? A microphone is used to send an audio signal to the computer, which is then analyzed in real time via a similar segmentation and clustering process that created the corpus. The analyzed audio signal allows the computer to understand the human's improvised sounds and enables the agent to interact with those sounds by using the segmented audio from its corpus. The agent uses statistical processes to combine various segments in the database into phrases, often called queries. And these queries are the sonic response to the human improviser's live input. This might be understood as a computer's version of creative agency, or a type of free will. The tricky thing about computer agency is that we want the output to be stylistically appropriate on the one hand, But we also want the agent to act unexpectedly at times. We want the computer to be an active participant in the creative process and not just one that reacts predictively like an instrument under an artist's direct control. Creating recipes that produce satisfying agent behavior can be a lifelong endeavor. If you want to try out improvising with a machine yourself, go to this link. So let's get back to our original questions. Are computers good improvisers? And can computers even improvise? Computers may improvise improvise like humans, but they can definitely interact with humans in musical improvisation. The first question, are computers good improvisers, is more nuanced and merits an entire encyclopedia. But let's take a quick look anyway. There is no ideal improvisation or ideal agent because improvisation is a creative and subjective process. Since improvisation happens in real time, like telling a story, it's not only about what you play or the content of your story, but how you play it or the way that you tell your story. And how you tell your story comes from your experience, your personal vocabulary, and how you react to the environment during the process. We subjectively design the computer programs to react in specific ways to the improvised sounds they will hear, sculpting their behavior and agency. We also evaluate the computer's success based on our own artistic goals. This process helps us investigate improvisation and the creative process because we reflect on and learn from our interactions with the computer, shaping its behavior and testing different musical memories and outcomes, while also learning about ourselves as improvisers. Thank you for joining us today to speak about computer improvisation. We hope this video got you thinking about the numerous ways that humans and technology interact in our everyday lives and how computers can take on complex creative processes like improvisation. If you are interested to learn more about these topics, please check the descriptions below.